Tide, onílù ti gbẹ́lù dé o. Gbàmbàjò ní Jide máa gbẹ́lẹ̀ dé o.
Jide Tide.
Nicholas Jide Ogungbade, born August 21, 1952 in Minna, Niger State, the native of Ikare Akoko in Ondo State. Jide Ogungbade is a seasoned Nigerian theatre director, actor, playwright, songwriter, singer, and choreographer. Jide Ogungbade over the past decades made legendary achievements with his powerful artistic versatility. He kept on releasing masterpieces in creative and artistic stretches which ranged from stage drama, radio drama, documentaries, poetry, prose, theatrical songs, gospel songs, and films. Papi Jide, as many of his friends and colleagues would call him, was introduced to Shakespeare's Macbeth, Julius Caesar, and so on at his primary school days in Alafia Institute, Ibadan. According to Oji Onoko, Glimpses of Our Stars, 1999, he introduced elements of African music and African experience in plays that could compete favorably with the European classics he had listened to as a child. 1976, Flowers Introspect. Jide Ogungbade as an actor and director of Ben Tomoloju's Flowers Introspect, a play based on the ups and downs in love relationships centered on three young male adults. In 1978 till 1991, Jide Ogungbade as a youth corps member rose to become a radio drama producer in FRCN, formerly Radio Nigeria. He later rose to become head of drama unit in the late 80s. Jide Ogungbade was a member of the production team led by Tunde Ayebusi to win Othner Awards in radio drama for Nigeria through FRCN 1980 till 1983. 1979, Jide Ogungbade happily got wedded to Ronke in holy matrimony on the 8th July 1979.
Jide Tide, onílù ti gbẹ́lù dé o. Gbàmbàjò ní Jide máa gbẹ́lẹ̀ dé o.
In 1979, while in FRCN, Jide Ogungbade produced the popular drama program Play of the Week. 1979, Eugene Ionesco, the leader, Le Maître in France. 1980, Evil Encounter. Jide Ogungbade as an actor in the film Evil Encounter, produced by Jimmy Odumosu. Evil Encounter became a hit, and in Alaba Market was one of the earliest television programs to be traded on the streets. In the early 1980s, Jide Ogungbade became a popular face in a television program, For Better, For Worse. Tweremi Ogbemi, a TV producer, introduced Jide Ogungbade to Fred Agbegbe, a lawyer and a theatre arts practitioner. Fred Agbegbe and Jide Ogungbade shared a zeal that aimed at reviving the Nigerian theatre. Talented artists were camped for 3 months and beyond in serious rehearsals that combined both creative and spiritual instincts to maximum and excellent effect, as Jide Ogungbade directed Fred Agbegbe's plays for 4 consecutive years.
1983 to 1986, The King Must Dance Naked. 1984, Woe Unto Death. 1985, The Last Omen. 1986, Budiso.
The King Must Dance Naked, which starred seasoned actors like Clarion Chokora, Ayo Lijadu, Enebeli Elebua, Shola Awojobi, Kunle Adeyemo, Evans Hunter, Biodun Alija, and many more, was said to have been one of the most complex plots since Festac 77. 1986, Ajo Fest, the first ever independent theatre festival in Nigeria. Jide Ogungbade packed 4 aforementioned Fred Agbe's plays into a theatre festival by the name Ajofest, despite the odds of not getting the desired sponsorship from government. Ajofest was self-sponsored by Fred Agbe. Ajofest, enjoyed by the audience comprising the Oba of Lagos, Adeyinka Oyekan II, Emir of Zauzau, Alhaji Shehu Idris, and many other distinguished personalities. The Last Omen displayed Richard Mofedamijo as a lead character, Deme, 1987, writer and director of Apocalypse. Later that year, Jide Ogungbade made an effort to produce a stage version of his radio classic, Ajaguna. Jide Ogungbade co-directed Nigeria's entries, Soyinka's Jero's Metamorphosis and Tomoloju's Chankariwo in the festival Teatro Africano in Rome, Torino, and Milano, Italy, with Ben Tomoloju. 1990, commercial home video, Betrayal 2, directed by Jide Ogungbade. Jide Ogungbade, who rose from humble beginnings, has before this time became a name to reckon with in local and global art and entertainment scenes. Jide Ogungbade continues to occupy himself in what he'd rather call my own private dreams, fetching himself with other personal literary works. 1991, Jide Ogungbade retired voluntarily as a principal producer from Radio Nigeria. While in service, he led talks, features, documentaries, and drama in the broadcast fields of writing and production. 1992, Jide Ogungbade co-directed Ben Tomoloju's Muje Muje with the author of the Cherry Festival, Italy, World Theatre Festival, Lagos, 1992. 1993, author of Alex Akinyele, a literary biography of the former Information Minister, Chief Alex Akinyele. 1993, Inferno in the Rain, poetry, written by Kayode Aderiokun, transformed into music, mime and dance by Jide Ogungbade.
By the imaginative drum improvisations of Jide Ogungbade, assisted by the Black Marble Dance Troupe, whose deft choreographic presentation blended with the recitation skills of Ewi songstress Jumoke Oke and Joke Silva. Sunday Oribioye, Daily Times, September 6, 1997.
1994. Jide Ogungbade directed Wale Soyinka's Death in the King's Horseman for the celebration of Soyinka's 60th birthday. He was chosen by the community of art patrons led by the late Bola Ige to mark the 60th birthday anniversary of the Nobel laureate. Death in the King's Horseman starred Toyin Oshinaike, Norbert Young, Remy Abiola, Margaret Henshaw, among many others. Betrayal 2, a film co-directed by Jide Ogungbade for Kenneth Okonkwo's production. It is quite difficult to mention Papi Jide without talking about Papi Ben, nickname of his colleague and childhood friend, Ben Tomoloju. Papi Jide and Papi Ben's collaborative efforts on directing, writing, and staging various plays is indeed iconic. 1995 to 1996, Africa Project 96, Germany. Goethe Institute presents an intercultural dialogue for Africans and Europeans through theatre. Africa Project is a German-Nigerian initiative that aims to bring understanding and trade of cultural wealth. German director Matthias Goertz, Nigerian directors Ben Tomoloju, German Anikulapo, and Jide Ogungbade, among others, began with a workshop in December 1995, which resulted to Africa Project 96. Richard Lang, the director of the Goethe Institute Lagos, after consulting the cultural experts, 2 plays were selected and were staged. Amono, a play by Ben Tomoloju, co-directed by Jide Ogungbade and Matthias Goertz, and Sophocles' Oedipus Rex, which Jide Ogungbade played a tasking lead role and also co-directed with the German director Matthias Goertz. Amono and Oedipus Rex, plays which once again witnessed the marriage between poetry and dance, toured Lagos, Abuja, and in Germany, cities of Berlin, Chemnitz, Heidelberg, Mainz in October 1996. Jide Ogungbade earned a 6-month scholarship in Berlin. Long before this time, Papi Jide will always talk about German and Nicolakbo's creative hands in making quite a number of his masterpieces achievable. 1996. Artsville. A theatre workspace popularly known as Artsville was collaboratively established by the troika of German and Nicolakbo, Ben Tomoloju, and Jide Ogungbade. Kunle Afford was a young mentee that was later adopted to the crew. Artsville has been a center of theatrical excellence based on some of Nigeria's most contemporary dramas like African adaptation of Sophocles' Oedipus, Ben Tomoloju's Amono, Femi Oshofison's Andorra Goes Kinshasa, and Gothic Workshop's Ajoda, A Horse on My Back. Rotom Productions is Papi Jide's vast explorative experimentations in theatrical and other performing arts. 1997. Africa Project 97 began with African Live Story Dramaturgical Workshop at Artsville, according to Richard Lang in the Guardian newspaper, September 17, 1997. The essence of the workshop and the project was to evolve a play that will be acceptable all over the world as a modern African play. Along with Papi Jide and Papi Ben and German and Nicolakbo, Project 97 featured key performers like Yinka Davis, Felix Okolo, Sahid Ililaboye, Muiwa Oshinaike, Stella Anyoboye, with Miss Kirsten Specht, a German playwright who acted as the consultant, working enthusiastically at the workshop, which developed a prose life story by the University of Lagos undergraduate Mike Ugoji into a new drama titled A Horse on My Back.
On this desert bridge, the past exhales fumes of broken songs and relics of soured oaths. On this spangled bridge, Sion's slain rout sleepless nights. Famished children sulk in limbo. Scars bedeck restless minds. Truths of our vanquished race lay breathing in mashed capsules. Hope of the meek and many lay in censored wedlock, howling like intimate strangers on a bomb-harassed night. Our sorrows sleep not. They die hard. Our hopes die hardly.
Ojuajija, Eyes of the Whirlwind, written and directed by Jide Ogungbade Rotom Productions. Jide Ogungbade returned from Germany to embark on a 6-week workshop with Muiwa Oshinaike's dance group, Black Marbles. The outcome was Ojuajija, a 1.5-hour piece in marriage of mime, poetry, and dance. Ojuajija tells the story of the black man in the last 200 years. The audience of Ojuajija witnessed yet another revolution in Nigerian theatre. Ojuajija was performed and presented on August 21 at number 21, Red Street, Isolo, Artsville. Dancers were ready to go beyond mere dances, elaborating the nuances of mime, dialogue, and music alongside my poetry. Jide Ogungbade.
1 month they've been gone, yet no news.
Ominous Kabiesi.
Actor in the epic film Shango, Jide Ogungbade played Alaafin Ajaka in the epic film Shango. Produced by Femi Lasode, Shango is an adventurous epic tale of the legendary king of Oyo who transcended from an extraordinary warrior to an Orisha, deity of thunder and lightning in the Yoruba culture and tradition.
I thank you. I thank you. And you must thank Shango for me. I need no credit, Kabiyesi. We shall take you to Igbodo, Kabiyesi, yes, where arrangements have been made for your comfort. My mission is accomplished. Otherwise, very well.
The bastard took advantage of my peaceful disposition, seized many of my wives and livestock, pillaged my villages, my peaceful villages. He is a hothead. He may attack my town and kill innocent people. That I do not want. Basharun shall take charge of the town in my absence.
The film, which was first seen in Lagos cinemas, was also screened with remarkable success in London, New York, and many African film festivals. Shango, which embraces an array of some of Nigeria's finest, also starred Joe Layode, Jimmy Solanke, Rachel Oniga, Anta Lanignon, and many others. Jide Ogungbade touched on a postgraduate in radio drama at Freie University Theatre Studios in Berlin. 1998, Africa Project 98, Andorra Goes Kinshasa, and A Horse on My Back. Andorra Goes Kinshasa, a play directed by Jide Ogungbade, written by Femi Oshofison. Andorra Goes Kinshasa is an adaptation of Andorra by Swiss dramatist Max Frisch. Africa Project 98 also featured A Horse on My Back, the workshop play directed by Matthias Gert, scripted by Jide Ogungbade. The play featured Toyin Oshinaike, Tunji Shotimiri, Mary Udofia, Ina Erisia, Okonedo Omokaro, and many others. Rainbow City. Jide Ogungbade contracted as a producer and consultant the African Radio Drama Association on a popular serial, Rainbow City, based on democracy and good governance. Rainbow City was running over 100 episodes on 21 Nigerian radio stations worldwide. All Seasons Art Award, won by Jide Ogungbade.
The death of Mama Ronks. Jide Ogungbade's wife, Mrs. Ronke Ogungbade, took ill. This caused his return from the pursuit of his PhD program in literature at the University of Berlin. Jide Ogungbade's beloved wife, Ronke Ogungbade Ni Ogumefun, passed on this year. She is survived by husband, brothers, sisters, and 7 children. The eldest, Mrs. Anoluwapo Adewusi Ni Ogungbade, Mrs. Ife John Ni Ogungbade, Mrs. Ore Aremu Ni Ogungbade, Mr. Oyin Gbadé, Mr. Itunu Ogungbade, Mr. Ibukun Ogungbade, Mr. Gabriel Ogungbade. This tragic event witnessed a drastic behavioral change in Papi Jide, which for close to 2 decades reflected on his life, productivity, and creativity. 1999, Jide Ogungbade bounced back with A Queen for Domingo, starring Richard Mofe Damijo, Dede Mabiaku, Basi Okon, Ayo Etiwe, Ayo Orobiyi, Ojuolape Ajayi, and many other experts. Asuba Tagari, radio drama, Jide Ogungbade as production and artistic director. 2000, Ready or Not and Youth Radio Drama Series. January 12, 2000, Jide Ogungbade was confirmed as the director of the Youth Radio Drama Series. Contracted by the company Communicating for Change, Jide Ogungbade also directed the Hausa version of the first 26 episodes of Ready or Not, Kashiriako Aha. 2002, Chorus celebrates Jide Ogungbade at 50 at the National Theatre and the National Museum respectively. There were lots of singing, chanting, drama and fun with the convergence of creative and renowned artists, friends and families as Jide Ogungbade 50th birthday was celebrated at the 14th Lagos Book and Art Festivals organized by the Committee for Relevant Art, KORA. The date is September 14, the National Creativity Day, and it is not a mere coincidence. No other event would have been more auspicious to celebrate Jide Ogungbade than a festive atmosphere of intense creative expression showing. Oyin Akiosho, Secretary General, KORA. 2003, Dame Award winner Jide Ogungbade's An Ode Before Dawn won the Diamond Award for Media Excellence in the radio drama category. Safe Journey, a radio pigeon comedy running on 26 radio stations in Nigeria. Jide Ogungbade as the scriptwriter and producer. Loja Aye, In the Marketplace of This World, an epic on African morality written by Jide Ogungbade. 2004, Dear Bakshin, Jide Ogungbade choreographed and composed songs in African elements that was performed by German actresses in the classical play from ancient Greece, The Tragedy of Euripides, Dear Bakshin. This was the first time the German will sing and dance in African elements. The songs in Yoruba was going to be a problem for the German actresses whom Jide conveys his ideas to through a translator and also in English. Jide Ogungbade gave new touches to the 2,500-year-old play Euripides, and at the success of it, according to Jide Ogungbade, the sound of the songs transport mood, and to the German actresses, they've managed the impossible so far. At a festival in Italy, the stage designer was from France, the light designer from Italy, and we all dealt together. This is quite similar to the Bakshin. It's a Greek-African-German composition. Jide Ogungbade was WAZ. May 18th, 2004. Jide Ogungbade says, all this is not really as far as it seems. Sorrow, crying and laughing are universal experiences. Rue Nachrichten, May 18th, 2004. Theatre Maestro Artist Award, won by Jide Ogungbade in Dortmund, 2007. Intimate Strangers, Poetry. Jide Ogungbade rebounded with Intimate Strangers, a collection of his poetry, which was adapted for stage by the younger generation of directors. It was first staged by Segun Adefila, director of the popular Crown Troupe of Africa.
I may not be completely content with majority of the younger generation theatre in Nigeria, but I will pass the baton to the competent chosen few through this collection, Intimate Strangers.
Intimate Strangers featured masterpieces such as Widows of Troubadour, dedicated to Bola Ige and Funsho Williams, Who is Afraid of White Garments, dedicated to Asaph Voices and Ionio Church. My Son, dedicated to Jaman Anikulapo and Segun Ogunfidodo. Bone from My Ribs, dedicated to Ronke Ogungbade, Mama Ronks, and many others. 2009. Yesterday, Tomorrow, a play by Jide Ogungbade, commissioned by National Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners, NANTAP, on the occasion of International Theatre Day 2009. Yesterday, Tomorrow, a play on passion and survival. Orogojigo Serial, a Yoruba radio drama on democracy, written and produced by Jide Ogungbade. 2006 to 2015, HOD at FRCN. Jide Ogungbade as the head of Department Production Unit at the FRCN Training School, located at Ladipo, Oshodi, Lagos. As a broadcast veteran, Jide Ogungbade was also the broadcast trainer at National Broadcast Academy. Anyone who spends 10 minutes in the company of Jide Ogungbade soon realizes that if he had his way, he would eat theatre arts, drink poetry, and sleep over various creative endeavors which are the stuff of his dreams. Olu Akarogun, Sunday Champion. Jide Ogungbade is not only famous for his creativity and legendary attainments in the theatre and music, locally and internationally, he's also a landmark in the gospel scene.
Jide Ogungbade, all these people that they were the foundation member of the choir.
1989, author of Jesus and Martha, a gospel play for stage, a play commissioned by the church band which his wife Ronke Ogungbade belonged to. The Martha Band at CNS Church Movement, Ayonio Sirilere.
He carries the banner of recreating the created into the star-studded Hall of Fame, making the universe of mankind his theater and the element of his co-dramatist in the unending play of life, death, and resurrection to eternal life.
Prophet SF Korode, 1991, author of 4 Christian plays for stage, first performed by the Anglican churches.
The Man Jesus, Manger for Mankind, The Call of Paul, King Eternal. Passion on the miracles, betrayal, crucifixion, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, commissioned by the Anglican Women Council in 2006.
1994, Ayaba Esteri, Queen Esther, film, arguably the first indigenous gospel film in Nigeria, produced, written, and directed by Jide Ogungbade for Esther Band at Ayonio. Jide Ogungbade united the theatre veterans with younger generations of the up-and-coming talents of the Ayonio Church to tell the victorious story of Mordecai over Haman, with Queen Esther at the center point as narrated in the Holy Bible. The particularly interesting thing about Ayaba Esteri film is that it is performed in Yoruba language but ranks amongst the earliest to be exhibited with an English subtitle. Ayaba Esteri starred Lekon Aremu, Olaunmi Oyetayo, Olumide Sowemimo, Kayode Lotun, Ikechukwu Owo, Shobo Oyewole, and many others. Jide Ogungbade, the composer of numerous popular ethno-spiritual gospel songs like Oke Mimo.
Then again, I give Oke Mimo to inspirational and sometimes draconian leadership of my master, because he will take no rubbish from you. Version 1 came for our compilation. He looked at it and said, yeah, this is Version 2 came. This is what does this man want for us? Then I just told him, as far as I'm concerned, I've done the last version. You go and check it and give it to him. If he doesn't like it, please don't come and tell me. Then there was, and I make this statement before God and man today, that Oke Mimo is nobody's composition in terms of lyric. It is God's intervention.
Really significant was the fact that we had to go to the studio 7 times.
Strange Feelings, Salvation Train. Jide Ogungbade became the first associate choir master in C&S Church Movement, Ayonio, District 6, located at Apapa Oshodi Expressway, Lagos. Jide Ogungbade co-created the drama group with late colleague Pastor Oyeyemi in 1974, 4 years after the church was established, joined by Mr. Dotun Afolabi the following year, 1975, to establish another drama group, Adura Son.
In the late 80s, Jide Ogungbade linked theatre practitioners such as Muyiwa Oshinaike, Abiodun Alija, and many others with the CNS Church Choir to create the annual gospel concert, formerly Choir Night, now Choir Day. Cutting through cultural, tribe, age, sex, and geographical barriers, Jide Ogungbade created Choir Day as a bridge between the aesthetics of theatre, play, poetry, dance, music, and the worship of God through Jesus Christ.
I've made some testimonial remarks about how the Lord saw Jide into the University of Ibadan. In one of the programs in the church, he sang up to a point and actually fell down in the process of that singing. And it was an interesting By the time the service ended, the Lord said, I should tell him that he was going to get his admission in a miraculous way. And the following week, the letter of admission to the University of Ibadan came. And Uyoro now said he had a problem, that why would God see Jide to the college and not himself at another choir practice?
To Jide Ogungbade's credit, he directed a series of gospel musical video albums titled Take Control and Assurance, while still an associate choir master at the Ayonio CNS Church, Surulere. Jide Ogungbade, who was said to have the voice of an angel, was the first improvisational lead singer of the CNS Church, Surulere, engaged in collaborative efforts with singers and musicians such as Samuel Akonde, Ayo Balogun, Kunle Ajomale, Maggie Oyenuga, Niyi Adeyemi, Duro Akindaide, Olusegun Williams, Niyi Aremu, and so on, to release numerous gospel hit songs.
Jide Tide, onílù tí gbẹ́lú dé o.
Mo ilé kò wọlé gbogbo àwọn wáyà ṣe ìyáta tí wọ́n ní alágbáwá general leader alọ́gbà tó rọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Wọ́n ní Jide, o ti dé, mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ nìsà, o ṣe o. Rọ́ǹtù láti ń tẹ̀lé láti ṣe fún 2 weeks kò máa lọ. Tábà ti débi kan báyìí á fẹsẹ̀ kọ. Tábà débi kan, ó ní bàbá àwọn orin yìí dá ẹ̀gbọ́n. Àwọn ọmọ dà wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n kí ní létí bíbá yìí fi lọ́kọ́ ibà yìí. Ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ 5 minutes ń bọ̀ fà. Bá jáde kó láàrin àwọn èèyàn wa. Tí wọ́n á lọ fi ìwé kan gbọ̀n sáré, olú ìmísí olúwa sí ìsọ̀kalẹ̀ tó pè ní ìmísí. Ó sọ̀kalẹ̀. Mo lè kọ́ síbẹ̀. Mo wá rò ó ní pé ebi kan fúnra mi gbà yẹn. Kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ pé Ìbàdàn tí mo fi sílẹ̀ bí ìfowó oúnjẹ lẹ̀ fún ìyàwó mi. Èkó tí mo wá bí tí ẹ mọ bí tí màá sùn lálẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n olúwa ló sọ pé ó ní Jide dìde máa lọ sí ìlú Èkó. Mo fẹ́ rán ẹ níṣẹ́ níbẹ̀.
In a church of over 1,500 choristers, over 60 branches, and with over 30 albums that unarguably strikes a balance between mellifluous message and divine spirituality, Jide Ogungbade was awarded Best Composer in 30 years.
As I leave you with peace of the Lord, and also go in peace, I hereby remind you of His promise, the promise of Christ. Ẹ má ṣe bẹ̀rù, nítorí mo ti ṣẹ́gun ayé. Fear not, for I have conquered the world. Omi yóò tú jáde nínú agbègbè yìí.
10 things you probably didn't know about Jide Ogungbade. Jide Ogungbade writes with both left and right hands with equal dexterity. Jide Ogungbade had huge love for animals and statues. Jide Ogungbade's best food is eba and akpon soup, especially with bokoto. Jide Ogungbade swims deep beyond seashores. Jide Ogungbade loves to listen to his own compositions of Ayonio gospel music. He also loves reggae music of Bob Marley, Afrobeat from the Anikulagbos, and he was a close friend to Fela Anikulapo Kuti and Lucky Dube. Jide Ogungbade is from the royal family in Ikare, Ondo State, and the rightful heir to the throne. Hundreds of Jide Ogungbade's creative works are still being discovered on a day-to-day research, such as Sacrilege, a play, Twilight Children, poetry, Chinua Achebe's Ant Hills of the Savannah, journalist, BBC London. Jide Ogungbade's elder sister, Mrs. Jegede, along with her husband, Prophet Jegede, owns the biggest white garment church in London, UK. Jide Ogungbade speaks 6 languages. Jide Ogungbade co-creates 80 to 100% of the theatrical music he used in his plays, many of which take the stand of evergreen theatrical folk songs passed on from generation to generation, 2019.
Jide Tide, onílù mi ọba máa lọ. Gbàmbájò ní Jide bá gbẹ̀lú lọ.
Jide Ogungbade passes on. In the evening hours of Tuesday, July 9, was the breaking news. The formal announcement was made known by his brothers, Reverend Gbadé and Mr. Jide Ogungbade. Jide Ogungbade steps to God's call. Rest in peace. Nicholas Babajide Ogungbade.
1952 to 2019.
Jide Tide, onílù tí gbẹ́lú dé o. Gbàmbájò ní Jide bá gbére dé o. Jide Tide, onílù tí gbẹ́lú dé o.